So, my hats arrived today. This is my Anaheim Ducks hat that arrived today. How there's cat hair on it already, I have no idea, because I haven't handled cats wearing it. So, it's, 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 it's weird, and it's amazing. It was $7 on lids, and with it, I also picked up a Star Wars hat, which I'm very proud of, because I've got the Rebellion represented. I just don't have an Empire hat. Now I have an Empire hat. So if I'm in a bad mood, I can wear the Empire. If I'm in a good mood, I can be the Rebellion, or is it the other way around? I'll leave you guys to decide. But yeah, so I've got sharks, I've got ducks. So I hate myself right now. Although it is weird because the Ducks and the Sharks are the two teams I like the least in the NHL, which would be strange for people who um, are new to the channel. Probably be like, well, wait, if you dislike teams, why do you have their jerseys? Well, because this is one of my favorite of the stadium jerseys. I love the old duck, okay, with the gold background and it looks great. And it's a bright orange hat, and Yvonne wasn't home at the time, so I ordered it. And I showed her. I said, "Look what I ordered when you're not here." And there's a match, kind of, sort of, a little bit, just a touch. So let's look ahead at tonight's action, shall we? Hi, Yvonne.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What in the world?
What?
Why is the door open and my clothes are on the floor? It's really bizarre.
I didn't touch. Is that what I tripped over?
All my clothes?
Yeah. Well, no, I tripped and I broke the cat's wheel with the ball in it. I broke it.
My clothes are on the floor. It's really
weird. I haven't been wearing your clothes.
Really bizarre. Okay.
Haven't. I put the Ducks hat back on because I'm hockey.
You want to match really well. I see.
Yes.
Okay. Here you go.
And I got sharks. What's this?
Your stuff from downstairs. Food stuff.
When did you buy this?
When I was at the grocery store.
Well, why didn't you tell me about this?
Because I didn't list everything that I bought at the grocery store.
Oh.
You bought most of it.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. You bought
No.
Blistex and Kit Kats and Coffee Crisp, and so did I.
No.
Okay. I don't know. These are really banged up tins.
I know. They were all like that though.
He's banging up the tortilla chips.
Right. Sorry. I'll let you get back here.
It's okay. No, it's okay. All right. So that's an interruption that I will not edit out of my video at all. Love of my life. Bride to be. A little bit of a segue before I get into tonight's action. I came out on Facebook earlier this week, and I used the term "came out" because it's sort of like a coming out, in that I admitted we're engaged, and people are all like, "Oh, congratulations! We've been engaged for a while." I'm not the kind of guy who's going to live with a mom who's got kids if I'm not willing to commit to her, because that'd be pretty sleazy. And for me, not saying that for anybody else. Don't take it personal. I spent 15 years with a woman who wouldn't commit to me, wouldn't marry me. So the fact that I found one that will, it's pretty cool. Especially when you're in your 40s and you've never really had that sort of thing. So between her and having a better place than what I had, you look at my older videos if you want to see how depressing my place used to be. This is actual sunlight, which was never seen in any video that I had previous. I don't have the light on it. Well, yeah, no, oh no, never mind. Lights on. Long week at work. Tomorrow is my weekend, so I will enjoy my weekend. But let's get into tonight's action, shall we? So, tonight the Vancouver Canucks are in Philly. Vancouver traditionally in Philly is a nightmare. Vancouver is a team that has the worst road record in the NHL. Philly is struggling. They had the 10-game winning streak, which made Philly fans very excited. I admit, I got excited for them. They were fun to watch, but something's off, and Yet I see Philly coming out. Oh, this is a tough call. This is honestly a tough call. Vancouver played okay against Nashville, and I think they deserved a better fate. All right, I'll take Vancouver 3-2. I'll say it's an overtime win. Yeah, I'm predicting scores. Buffalo and Tampa. So Buffalo's in Tampa. Tampa is not in good shape right now, and Buffalo's actually looking decent. I'm going to say Buffalo keeps it up tonight. I'm going to say Buffalo wins that one 4-2. Pittsburgh coming off of a loss. They're in Ottawa. That loss was to Washington. No shame there. Ottawa's coming out of their break. 5 days off, and it's Pittsburgh coming in. Pittsburgh's going to be hot coming off of a loss to Washington. I'll take Pittsburgh in this one. I'll say 4-2. Uh, Boston's in Nashville. Boston's coming off of a win in St. Louis. Nashville coming off of that 1.5 seconds left win over Vancouver. I'll take Boston. I'll say 3-1. Montreal, they're coming off a win. Minnesota's coming off a win. I love Minnesota. I am not going to go against Minnesota. I'll say Minnesota wins 4-2. And I say that as a guy who doesn't cheer for Minnesota. It's a funny thing, too, because during the 16-game winning streak for Columbus, I admitted, like, Columbus is winning me over. Minnesota hasn't. I appreciate their style of play. I appreciate them as Stanley Cup contenders. Do I like and cheer for the team? No. Do I like and cheer for Columbus? Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny with me that way. There's certain teams I just can't. Minnesota's one of them, and it's probably some petty grudge based on the fact that their games against Vancouver are usually really, really slow, which could be Vancouver's fault just as much as Minnesota's. I'll take Minnesota in tonight's game. I'll say 3-2. I know Carey Price is going to be playing tonight because of back-to-back, and Montoya played last night. So I'll take Minnesota, but that's a tough one. Dallas is at home to the Detroit Red Wings. These are two teams that used to be elite teams about 20 years ago. Now they're both bottom feeders. Detroit is due for a win, so I'm going to take Detroit in this one. I'll say 4-2. Yeah, the misery continues for Dallas as far as I'm concerned. The Ducks are in Colorado. Colorado's coming off of a win. That's about where the winning streak stops, is at 1. I'll take Anaheim to win this one. I'll say 4-2. The New Jersey Devils in Edmonton. So, we'll go ahead and flip the script. Edmonton was in New Jersey. Now New Jersey's in Edmonton. Oh, this is not easy. They've both been losing, and Edmonton's come back to earth. But I like their team a lot, and I'm not a fan of what Jersey's got going on. So I will take Edmonton. I'll say 3-0. Talbot stands on his head. St. Louis is in LA. That's a tough one, too. I'll take the Kings. I'll say LA wins it. I'll say 4-3. Basically a shootout by today's hockey standards. 4-3. Yeah, it's going to be a good night for hockey. I'm going to do my best to stay awake. Usually my body at the end of my work week signals me and goes, "Hey, you can sleep now." And I'm out. I'm just done. Another thing too, and this isn't hockey related. I found out today, talking to a couple of my friends at work who are, in their late teens, early 20s. These dudes haven't seen the movie BaseKetball. And I don't even know if they'd heard of it before I talked to them. Now, if you've never seen BaseKetball, you need to see BaseKetball. Trey Parker and Matt Stone before or during the South Park craziness. BaseKetball is one of the funniest movies in the history of movies, and I'm very disturbed that there's a generation that may not have heard of it. So, as a public service to you and to anybody that you care about, BaseKetball needs to be watched. I would also add to that Dodgeball, but it seems like everybody's seen Dodgeball. And Moneyball, because you have to just string the ball movies together. Moneyball's fantastic, but it doesn't really fit in with dodgeball and basketball. Dodgeball and basketball kind of have the same thing going for them. It's a little different with Moneyball, but Moneyball's a great movie too. You know, I think my favorite part of that is I'm not gonna fire you, Art. Fuck you, Billy. Now I will. Just just fantastic. I absolutely love that. Or it's not Art. Doesn't matter. It's just he says I'm not gonna fire you and says the guy's name. I'm trying to. No, Art was Art Howe. He's the manager. Art Howe. That's not the scene at all. Um, and that's great though. I'm not gonna fire you. Now I will. It's just fantastic. Just it's just awesome. It's Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is one of my favorites since 12 Monkeys. So, which reminds me, I have been neglecting my movie and TV channel. I do have a movie and TV channel where I discuss TV shows I enjoy and movies I enjoy as well. So I do have that attached to this channel, and you can feel free to peruse that. I have about 70 videos on there, I think, altogether. Not all of them are movie and TV related, but it's fun anyways. I'm going to get back to that. What I'm working on right now is coming up with my list of my 100 favorite movies of all time and do countdown videos where I go right from 100 right through to 1. And before you guys ask, I can and have done that with players in the past where I count down my 20 favorites or my 10 favorites or count down the greatest that I've seen in my time. Caused a lot of debate. It was fun. And when this season's over, I will do that again. So just throwing that out there before anybody makes the suggestion. At the end of the season, I will definitely go out there again, and because I'm sure my opinion will have changed based on results from this year. But that's it for me for now. I will be back later to discuss more hockey-related topics with you and yours. And go watch basketball or watch hockey. If you can't watch hockey, definitely watch basketball. Definitely watch basketball. Everybody should be. I don't understand why people haven't seen. It's amazing. It has everything, including Victoria Solstead, Playboy Playmate of the Year. And when you've seen the movie, you'll get why that's funny. Because that's how you say it. Victoria Solstead, Playboy Playmate of the Year. Fantastic. All right, I'm done for now. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing through. We passed 1,800 today. 1,800. All of this done organically. All of this through no advertising anywhere else. I have never done anything like that. I am going to at some point soon. There's a few things I'm looking at right now, and I'll just mention this before the end. I went upstairs yesterday at work. I made a proposal to a member of management staff on something that I can do to help them. There's some things that I know the company's lacking in, and I've known for a long time. So I thought, I'm going to do this. So I'm offering to give them some major help, be a major, basically, commitment on my part. And in return, I get some certainty in my job and I get some control over my job and some say in some of the things that I do. And in the event that doesn't work out, in the event they say sorry, we've talked it over and we've decided we can't do that for you. Not a problem, not gonna be angry. That frees me up then to find other employment, and I will at that point, if they come back and say no, I will at that point start looking seriously at some of the offers that are coming up. Like, it is fun doing it organically, but there are companies that will help promote my channel, and I think part of what makes my channel attractive is A, it's I think it's different than what else other people are doing, and B, there's a lot of content. There are a lot of videos. So I'm aware I'd be kind of selling my soul. A friend of mine at work looks at me yesterday and goes, "You're selling out." I said, "Well, yes. If I do that, yeah, my stuff becomes their stuff." But on the other hand, too, the channel would then have the opportunity to really blow up, and I would have the opportunity to get sponsorship deals and get deals and just not need anything from anybody else, and have that self-sustaining kind of thing that I've always wanted. So that's what's going on this week. This week's been a lot better than last week. Last week kind of sucked. This week's been pretty good. I turned it around. Yesterday was probably one of the worst days I've ever had at work, and I turned it around because I could have tucked tail and ran, and I went no, go upstairs and make a proposal and explain to them what you can do for them because there are certain skills that I possess that I know will help them, but it's up to them. All right, so that's the explanation for where the channel's at right now, and those are my predictions for tonight's games. And I thank you for making it to this point in the video. I apologize it is 15 minutes. I just figured I'd let you guys in on a few things and just relax a little because my week's over. So I'm very happy about that. Um, and I've got my Nexus card so I can travel to the United States. I could travel to the States. I got all my California on. I'm very excited. Mount St. Helens is on the list of places I have to go. Have to. And yes, I will post road trip videos where while I'm on the road, I'll talk hockey. So if I'm at Mount St. Helens, I'll set this computer up with Mount St. Helens in the background and talk hockey. And that would just be the most mind-blowing experience. It'd be amazing. So thanks. Thanks for being a part of this. And there are exciting things coming. I think 2017 is going to be a really good year for this channel and just in general. So thanks for being part of that journey. And I will talk to you all again very soon.